represent their school with pride and honor. The game will be conducted according to the rules of the University Interscholastic League. The officials were selected with the consent of both schools, and their rulings should be respected by all. The use of alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs is prohibited on all school property, as well as the possession of illegal weapons and public gambling. The use of all tobacco products is forbidden except in designated areas. You're reminded that spectators are not allowed on the field until players and officials have had an opportunity to leave after the game. Thank you for your attendance.
It's raining again, FYI.
Ladies and gentlemen, Denton Guyer Wildcat baseball team. Number 1, Tyler Medford. Number 3, Dylan Tackman. Number 4, Nick Timms. Number 11, Zach Whitworth. Number 13, Chance Jones. Number 16, Austin Adams. Number 17, Blake Stewart. Number 18, Dylan Palmer. Number 19, Seth Howard. Number 20, Jacob Crabtree. Number 22, Jake Poole. Number 24, Ryan Tomlinson. Number 25, Aaron Kleider. The starting lineup for the Wildcats. Number 7, pitching tonight, Connor Harridge. Batting second, number 2, second baseman, Willie O'Brien. Batting third, right fielder, number 10, Brandon Ross. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 23, James Ferris. Batting fifth, catching, number 5, Luke Cullum. Batting sixth, number 14, shortstop, Aaron Studdard. Batting seventh, number 8, center fielder, Lucas Anderson. Batting eighth, number 6, third baseman, Ryan Thomas. And batting ninth, left fielder, Jackson Weatherford. The Wildcat baseball team is head coach, Johnny Kinsey. Assistant coaches, Spencer McFarlane and Mike Weatherford. And now, for your Marcus Marauders. Number 1, Saxon Lump. Number 3, Dawson Sheldon. Number 5, Jack Dignall. Number 6, Parker Mitchell. Number 7, Garrett Clark. Number 8, Alex Jackson. Number 10, Ryan Neff. Number 11, Josh Ringstorff. Number 12, Ethan Nichols. Number 13, Cooper Renfro. Number 15, Kyle Gracie. Number 6, Scott Hastings. Number 19, Drew Jackson. Number 21, Devin House. Number 27, Michael Pilato. Zach Cook. Brooks Wallace. And Michael Lamont. And now, for your starting lineup for the Marauders. In left field, number 20, Alex Albright. Batting second, third baseman, number 9, Brendan Venter. Batting third, catching, number 17, Matt Bernstein. Batting fourth, right fielder, number 14, Ashton Easley. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 28, Patrick Comet. Batting 6, the shortstop, number 18, Jimmy Glowinky. Batting 7, number 25, Bryce Burplane. Batting 8, second baseman, number 22, Michael Wheeler. And batting 9, center fielder, number 2, Nick Miner. And pitching tonight for the Marauders, number 4, Jack Cushing. The Marauders are led by head coach Jeff Sherman, assistant coaches Kevin Williamson, Casey Baker, and Josh Fuel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
And welcome into Wildcat Field here in Plano, Texas. The Marcus Marauders will take on the Brickyard Wildcats here on CSR TV. Playoffs are upon us here in Texas High School 6A baseball. On the mound for the Marauders, it'll be Jack Cushing. The defense will go like this. At third, Brennan Venter. The shortstop, Jimmy Glowinky. Down at second base, Michael Wheeler. Over at first, Patrick Kometz behind the plate. Matt Bernstein. Left field is Alex Albright. Center field, Ashton Easley.
Leading off for the
And in right field, it's Nick Miner.
Number 7, the pitcher, Connor Harridge.
Check that. Easley's in right field, Miner in center field. The leadoff hitter for the Denton Guyer Wildcats will be the pitcher, Connor Harridge. Harridge will step in from the left-hand side. Here's the pitch from Cushing. Misses high with the fastball. Cushing will throw the rubber. He rolls to the plate. Curveball right back at him off his leg. Wheeler's going to pick it up. Throw on the first, and they get him by a step. Give the assist to Cushing off the kneecap. Michael Wheeler with a nice play down at second base, and the first out of the game has been recorded. And I make that sound important because a rainstorm just blew through here in Plano.
Second baseman.
And they will struggle to get this one in tonight. The game started at 6 o'clock as opposed to the original 7 o'clock time, trying to at least beat some of the impending storms that should be coming out of the south-southwest. In the number 2 hole, Willie O'Brien for the Wildcats watches a curveball miss just low. Cushing started off both of the first 2 hitters for Denton Guyer with the ball. He'll deal. Right-hander, fastball. Swing and a miss. O'Brien evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Comes in at 271 on the season for the Wildcats. Of course, we're in Plano Wildcat Stadium. Have to see if that's a good sign for the Denton Guyer Wildcats. Cushing misses down low, throwing off of the only dirt in the field. Infield is synthetic surface. Outfield is natural grass. So even with the significant rain, should be able to continue playing here. Swing and a miss as O'Brien's rear right foot kind of slipped on the surface. The count runs even to 2-2. Top of the first inning. A by-district matchup. Cushing misses high with a fastball, runs the count full at 3-2. First out recorded on a Cushing off the knee to Michael Wheeler at second, throw on to first. Patrick Kometz 4-3. Here comes the 3-2. Misses outside, and Cushing has issued his first walk. So Willie O'Brien is aboard, and former Marcus Murata, Brandon Cross, now playing with the Denton Guyer Wildcats, steps to the plate.
Brandon Cross.
Cross hitting .359 on the season out of the right field position. Facing his former team. Open stance from the right side. These two have probably seen a lot of each other. Here's the pitch from Cushing. Cross, center field. Will drive back Minor. 5 steps. He'll range underneath, make the play, and back to first base is O'Brien. Cross got a lot of bat on it, but hit it right to the center fielder for the second out of the top of the first. Cleanup hitter now, James Ferris, the first baseman, will step in.
First baseman, number 23, James Ferris.
Important ball game. Rain scheduled, well, I say scheduled, God kind of schedules everything, but rain scheduled for all day tomorrow, so whoever wins this one likely will move on. I don't see another game being played this weekend. First pitch, hit, base hit into left field. So Denton Guyer being very aggressive. Last 2 first pitches out of the hand of Jack Cushing have been deposited in the outfield. 1 for an out, 1 for a single, and that'll bring up Luke Cullum, the catcher. Runners on first and
Now
second.
batting the catcher, number 5, Luke Cullum.
Cullum will stand in from the left side. From the stretch, Cushing to the plate. Misses up high with a fastball. So far, other than the first 2 pitches that were hit from the last 2 batters, Cushing has not gotten a first pitch strike called. Ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Now he'll roll to second and chase back. Willie O'Brien. O'Brien with a decent lead at second. Cushing from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Inside, shot to first. Kometz, who's been a vacuum down there, he's got this one and plays it himself unassisted. So a hit, a walk, 2 runners left on. We head to the bottom of the first. Coming to the plate for the Marauders, it's Alex Albright, Brendan Venter, and Matt Bernstein. That's next here on CSR TV.
We're proud supporters of Marcus Baseball. Come see us in Flower Mound at 3205 Justin Road, right behind Lowe's. And by Honda.
Care about, and know when their favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow at Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Back for the bottom of the first inning for the Marauders. It'll be Alex Albright, Brendan Venter,
Leading off for the Marauders, left fielder number 20,
and Matt Bernstein.
Alex Albright.
Get the camera set here. Albright will step in from the right side. First pitch is a swing and a miss for a called strike. Marauders hope to get up early here on the Geyer Wildcats. Left-hander will deal. Shot towards the shortstop, over his head, and there's the first hit of the game for the Marauders. Alex Albright on with a single. And now the very tough Brendan Venter will come to the plate. Venter with 4 home runs on the year. One was a walk-off variety earlier in the season.
Third baseman number 9, Brendan Venter.
And he loves left-handed pitching. Venter will dig in from the right side. Harrods with the pitch. Curveball stays way up high and outside for ball 1. Got to believe he's not going to give Brendan Venter anything to swing at. Very dangerous hitter at the plate, headed to Stephen F. Austin. Fastball. This one's popped up. Third baseman. Now the shortstop ranging over to his left. He's got a long run. He makes the play. Falls down and back to first base will scurry Alex Albright. Venter goes after the first pitch, and second pitch, and he's retired easily by the shortstop on a pop-out.
Now batting catcher number 17, Matt Bernstein.
The catcher, Matt Bernstein, steps in for the Marauders. Here's the pitch. Harridge misses up high with a fastball. Set up the defense for Geyer in just a moment. Harridge second pitch, curveball. One hop to third. Throw on to second. In the dirt and through. Up quickly, Albright. He'll head to third, and the first error of the game is going to put the Marauders in scoring position. Just 90 feet away is Alex Albright. A nice play by the third baseman, Ryan Thomas, but he comes up and throws it into, well, I can't say the dirt, into the turf, takes a big hop and heads into right field. Very quickly, Albright scurries down to second base, and the Marauders are in business with cleanup hitter Ashton Easley heading to the plate.
Courtesy running at first base for the Marauders, number 15, Kyle Gracie. And at the plate, right fielder, number 14, Ashton Easley.
Sun starts to come out to our back as we look north from Wildcat Field here in Plano. It looks like maybe about a half a mile away it's raining as the trees are just disappear in the distance. But so far here at Wildcat Field, we've had just a little heavy rain, and it's sprinkled since. Harridge from the stretch. Curveball drops in for a strike. Can't give up on the left-hander's offering as it stays outside and then backdoors Ashton Easley. Runner down at third is Alex Albright. Over at first, the catcher Matt Bernstein, who has been subbed for by Kyle Gracie. Curveball, swing and a miss. 0-2 now on the right fielder, cleanup hitter Ashton Easley. Our meteorologist in the press box, Dave House, says that the rain is going to slide by to the north. Pitch fouled off as Easley cannot chance letting the fastball go by. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on the Marauder right fielder. Harridge from the stretch takes a look to first. Pitch coming. Curveball misses on the back door. As the catcher, Luke Cullum tried to frame it. Over at first base, it's James Ferris. Willie O'Brien is at second. The shortstop, Aaron Studdard. And Ryan Thomas down at third. Around from left to right in the outfield, Jackson Weatherford, Lucas Anderson, and Brandon Cross in right for the Guyer Wildcats. Throw over to first, and Gracie is back in easily. Easley is actually at the plate. Drew's not paying attention. That was a joke. Hit right field. Flares it off. Second baseman's going to go over and just outside the infield. I don't know if they called that an infield fly. I guess they did not. There's not a runner at second. But the put out is made on Easley on a pop out to the second baseman. And Patrick Kometz, the first baseman, will step in. Runner still on the corners. Now 2 outs. And here comes head coach John Kinsey to talk to his pitcher and infielders. Every run will be critical tonight. I'm sure he's reminding them to watch for the double steal. Extended visit on the mound. We do have 4 umpires tonight's game. And the home plate umpire will not have to take the 60-foot, 6-inch trip out to the mound to break this one up. They'll do it on their own.
For the Marauders, first baseman number 28, Patrick Kometz.
Kometz has been good with the bat. Outstanding defensively at first base. Here as we've been in the late district season. Curveball caught the outside corner. Looked like it might have been a little farther outside than that, but not so, says the umpire. I'd love to tell you it caught the black, but the brown turf and the black plate are hard to differentiate. Here's the second pitch. Hit. Shortstop ranging back. Kometz hits the Texas Leaguer, and that'll score a run. Gracie will turn second. Headed at third. Slides in there. Kometz now going down to second. He is out at second base. He overslid the bag. The wetness of the field caused the big man, well, he put the brakes on in his hands. It wasn't quick enough, but a run does score as Kometz is gunned down at second base after the Blute single. We head to the top of the second inning. Marauders able to plate 1 run, 1 run left on. We head again to the top of the second inning. It's Marcus 1 and Guyer nothing here on CSR TV.
Leading off for the Wildcats in the top of the second, number 14, shortstop Aaron Studdard.
Cushing dealing from the mound. First ball hit into left field. Chasing it back is Albright. It's over his head. This will go for at least a double. As the first pitch from Jack Cushing is deposited at the left field fence right around the 350 mark. And Aaron Studdard, the shortstop, is down at second now with the tying run just 180 feet away for the Denton Guyer Wildcats. So whatever Geyer's scouting report has been, it has been successful for them. They're going after the first pitch from Jack Cushing, and they are hitting the ball hard.
Center fielder number 8, Lucas Anderson.
Cushing. Bunt, fouled off right side into the net. At the plate for the Wildcats, Lucas Anderson. From the stretch, Jack Cushing headed to Georgetown. Here's the pitch. Squares around, fastball outside. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on the Geyer center fielder. He'll go back as the batter squares once again. John Kinsey realizes how important that run could be down at second base, so he's going to play small ball and try and get him to third. Cushing with the offering. Down low. Bernstein picks it out of the turf. Runs a count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Lucas Anderson. Anderson hitting 1,000 on the season. Only played in 3 games, 2 at-bats. Pitch. Bunt is down. Cushing will have to go to first. It'll be Bernstein. Throws on. They got him at first. The sacrifice goes 2-3. And down to third base is Aaron Studdard. Stepping up, it'll be the third baseman Ryan Thomas with a base hit here. He can help redeem himself
6, Ryan Thomas.
For the unfortunate error that ended up costing the Denton Geyer Wildcats a run. Very humid. Ball doesn't seem like it wants to carry, although you wouldn't say that about Aaron Studdard's shot to left field. Fastball misses outside. He's down at third. Thomas is in the batter's box. Cushing on the mound. Bernstein behind the plate. 1-0 Marcus. We're in the top of the second inning. By district action between District 6-6A and 5-6A. Swing and a miss, Thomas. Evens the count at 1-1. Nice crowd on hand after a heavy rain shower went through the, I guess we'd be considered South Plano area here, or are we Central Plano? Yeah, Plano. The meteorologist doesn't know where we are. There's a fly ball flared into right field. Wheeler underneath it. He'll make the play and keep the runner at third base in the person of Aaron Studdard. 2 outs, runner down at third, and the number 9 hitter, Jackson Weatherford.
Now batting left fielder number 9, Jackson Weatherford.
Interesting note I found out before the game, Weatherford's father is the pregame pitching, throws BP for the Texas Rangers. Couldn't get that out of my head. Swing, miss. Was fouled off. Bernstein catches it above the pads on the left leg. And he's an assistant coach apparently for the Denton Geyer Wildcats. So the Rangers being out of town, obviously he would not throw BP tonight, as they are in Tampa, and I don't believe he has a NetJets account. Fouled off at the plate, and this one returns the favor. Weatherford fouls it off his own foot. Sorry to laugh. Bernstein took one off the left leg. Now Weatherford takes one off the left foot. Let's see where the next one goes. As the count now is no balls and 2 strikes on the left fielder for the Geyer Wildcats. Trying to shake it off. As head coach John Kinsey comes down to make sure his left fielder is healthy. Kinsey will step back in. Here's the pitch from Cushing. Flared into right field, base hit. Nice job, 0-2. Weatherford makes a big turn. They'll throw to second, and we're tied at 1. 2 out RBI, and coaches will tell you 2 out RBIs are huge.
Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Connor Harridge.
2 hits now on the inning. Plates a run for Geyer, and we're back tied at 1, heading back to the top of the order. And the pitcher, Connor Harridge. Harridge grounded out off of Jack Cushing's knee to Michael Wheeler in the first. Cushing struggling against what he has done all season long here tonight. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Gets ahead of Harridge. Throw to first. Wow, close play over at first as Weatherford almost got too far off. And with the slick turf, you better make sure you've got good footing. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Bernstein throws down. Play is there. And out is Weatherford. So Bernstein erases the RBI man at second base. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the second inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner erased at second base. This is CSR TV, home of Marcus Marauder Baseball. Back in a moment.
For over 20 years, Able Communications has helped businesses connect.
He said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute online at gdyo.org/jazz. Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Leading it off here in the bottom of the second, the shortstop, Jimmy Glowanke. We're tied at 1. Curveball hit right up the middle, base hit Glowanke. Nice at-bat already for him. And coming up will be Bryce Verplank, the designated hitter.
Now batting the designated hitter.
Geyer able to tie it.
Bryce Verplank.
In the top of the second. Verplank drive deep left field, getting back over the head. No, the center fielder will range back towards what would have been the warning track and make the play as Verplank gives it a long ride on a first pitch fly out to the center fielder. And back to first base goes Jimmy Glowanke.
Now batting second baseman, number 22, Michael Wheeler.
Looking at the radar, we seem to be probably clear for the foreseeable future. Tied at 1, Michael Wheeler takes a fastball outside. Up next, it'll be Nick Miner. 2 first pitch swings for the Marauders, not making Harridge work very hard out there on the mound. Deep drive by Verplank is run down. Quick pitch, misses outside with the fastball. 2 balls, no strikes on the speedy Michael Wheeler. Down at first, it's Jimmy Glowanke, led off with a shot up the center. Throw to first, and Glowanke dives back in on the quick pick. And Wheeler can help his runner at first out by just standing out of the box a little bit longer, give him time to refresh. Left-hander will throw high. 3 balls, no strikes on Wheeler. You don't want to give him the free pass because then you've got speed at both bases. And Nick Miner, good at handling the bat, coming up. See if Wheeler's got the green light. He does not. Takes a fastball for a called strike. 3-1, the count on the Marauder second baseman. Down at first, it's Glowenke. Wheeler will step out, call time. Now he digs back in from the right side. Glowenke with a big lead at first. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 4. And Wheeler's issued a pass. Now runners down at first and second. In the persons of Glowenke and Wheeler, Nick Miner, the center fielder, heads to the plate for the Marauders. Now this is funny. Miner's standing in the box, sliding his feet back and forth like he's arranging the dirt.
Center fielder number 2.
There is no dirt. Force of habit. That's actually kind of funny. They're, yeah, I know. In their mind, there's lots of things. But fakes the bunt, throw down the second. Glowenke's caught right there. He's going to come to third, and they'll get him. Nope, he'll stop. He's retreating. They'll run him down. Didn't get him. And now they'll call him out. They call him out back there. He was tagged. So Glowenke is picked off. Wheeler cerebrally down to second base, not to lose the runner in scoring position. And Jeff Sherman stands in the third base coach's box with his hands planted firmly on his hips and a disgusted look on his face. Nick Miner was supposed to put that bunt down. Glowenke may have left a little early. Here's the pitch. Right field. Right fielder comes in. Second baseman's got it. He'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. So it looked like a promising inning for the Marauders goes for naught on the pickoff of Glowenke. That went 2, 4, 5. We head to the top of the third inning. When we come back, it's the pitcher Harridge, O'Brien, and Brandon Cross for the Denton Guyer Wildcats. That's next year on CSR TV.
A place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
There's 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting. It's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
If you're a basketball parent or coach, you need StatGeek. The simplest way to keep stats ever created. Our easy-to-use iPad app turns anyone into a professional statistician, and all they have to do is simply follow the ball. Produce full and accurate box scores and play-by-play reports. Send accurate stats out to your fans, media, or recruiters. It's sports statistic collection redefined. StatGeek is available right now in the iPad App Store for just $4.99, and there are team fundraising opportunities available as well. On the web at statgeek.com. StatGeek, keep your eye on the ball.
The pitcher Connor Harridge will step in here in the top of the third against the Marauders' Jack Cushing. Tied at 1. Cushing up high. Seems like the moisture on the ball is not allowing him to spin it. What looked like was going to be a good inning ends all for naught for the Marauders. We're tied at 1. Top of the third. Fastball called strike. Looked like it might have been a little low. And the count is even on the pitcher, Connor Harridge. Cushing delivers. Fastball. Called strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now on the opposing pitcher. The left-hander who grounded out in the first was at the plate when Weatherford was thrown out in the second. So this is his third inning to appear at the plate. That doesn't happen very often, and you only score 1 run. Pitch outside. Runs the count even at 2-2. That could be a trivia question, couldn't it? How do you appear in 3 straight innings and not have but 1 run? The 2-2. Down low. 3-2 now. The count on Harridge. Cushing fouled off left side. This will get down out of play. Had my one senior moment for the night. Couldn't remember what BP was. Sat here and tried to... Okay, they hit before the game, and that's the guy who throws the ball, so he's the BP pitcher. He's the pitcher. He was the pitcher, right? He's the pitcher, batting practice pitcher. One of two. Gotcha, depending on who's throwing for the other team, I would imagine. Here's a 3-hopper, 2-hopper. Wheeler gets there, throws on to Kometz. And once again, Harridge is retired for 3. For the first out of the top of the third inning. Willie O'Brien, the second baseman, will step in. O'Brien was walked and stranded at second base in the first. 271 hitter on the season for the Wildcats from Denton Guyer. I've never been to Denton Guyer. I'm going to assume it's on the south side of Denton. Interesting. So I'm hearing it's on the other side of the lake off 2499 from Market. So really, these two should be rivals. Pitch is fouled off at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Rivals from separate districts being that. That's hard to believe that Guyer is in another district that plays all the way up in Wichita Falls, but they're yet 6 miles north of Marcus. Here's a ball that slides through Matt Bernstein. That never happens. But nobody on base, no harm, no foul. And not even accounted for in the scorebook. It's just a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on O'Brien. Chops this one foul as Venter grabs it. Willie Conan O'Brien. I believe I just got a new nickname for him. Any idea, Adam, from the Dallas Morning News and the Denton Record Chronicle, if he's got a nickname of Conan? Don't know. All right. Well, he does now. Willie Conan O'Brien. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck out. Similar to what Conan O'Brien would probably do with that wavy hair he wears. Now Dave House is trying to do play-by-play. Somebody slide a microphone down to him. Former Marauder Brandon Cross will step in. Cross flew out to center field on his first pitch he saw. This is a off-speed pitch in the turf. Cross ahead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes against his former teammate, Jack Cushing. Down low, ball 2. Cross looks like he has filled out into his body as a senior. Looks fairly thick across the thighs. Shoulders are broad, so you can see why Coach John Kinsey's got him sitting in the 3-hole, and with a 359 average, he's been getting it done. Here's the pitch. 2 hops to third. Check that short. Glowinky will throw on and into the dirt. Glowinky. I'd almost give him a base hit right there, but the short-handed throw, you got to give an error to the shortstop Glowinky, and Brandon Cross is on via the error. Kometz tried to dig it, but not able to come up with the ball at first base, and the first error on the board for the Marauders. And James Ferris, the cleanup hitter, and first baseman, hitting .315 on the season, will step in for the Wildcats. Tied at 1, top of the third. Gorgeous night here in Plano. Gorgeous because it's not raining. My understanding is sometime tomorrow, people in Flower Mound are going to begin to gather at Bakersfield Park to construct the next arc. Lakes are full. Flooding is beginning. Here's the pitch. Down low, Cushing struggling still to throw strikes. Hey, man. Quick visit to the mound by Bernstein to settle down his pitcher, Jack Cushing. Here's the pitch. Misses inside. 3-0 is the count. Three balls, no strikes on Ferris. Throw to first and leaning back in. Cross, who did not have an extensive lead down there at first. Cross reached on the throwing error by Glowinski from short. Here comes the pitch from Cushing. Swing and a miss. Ferris at 3-0 was given the green light, and he took a huge hack at that one. Swung so hard his feet were moving while he was swinging. Here comes the 3-1. Cross goes. Ball's popped up in the infield. Cross will turn to third. Glowinski underneath and puts it away for the third out of the inning. So the error does not cost the Marauders. One left on. We head to the bottom of the third inning. 1-1, Marcus and Denton Geyer. Back in a moment on CSR TV.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShockboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
Raising Cane's prides itself on being a great community partner with schools and organizations that are within their communities we serve. We are proud supporters of Marcus Baseball. Come see us at our new location in Flower Mound, 3205 Justin Road, right behind Lowe's. Stepping in, Alex Albright for the Marauders. He'll try to bunt, swings through it, or bunts through the first pitch, a curveball out of the hand of Connor Harridge. Tied at 1, bottom of the third inning. Back to the top of the order for the Marauders. Albright singled to left center field in the first. Curveball down low. Evens a count at 1 ball and 1 strike on the Marauder left fielder. Marcus got on the board first, and then Geyer answered it in the top of the second. Albright, this one's chopped to the shortstop. Flares back and grabs it. When I say chopped, chopped up in the air. And an easy put out for the shortstop. 1 out here in the top of the third. And Brandon Venter, the outstanding third baseman for the Marauders, will step in. First pitch in the first, he popped up almost exactly the same way Alex Albright just did the pitch before. Here comes the Heritage offering. Fastball outside corner, called strike. Nice pitch as this one tails away. Venner stands in. Here's the pitch from Harridge. This one's popped up. He's gotten into that drop in the back shoulder. Blows back into play. And the first baseman is able to grab it. Venter struggling now at the plate after having an outstanding season. And Matt Bernstein, the catcher, will step in. The last thing you want to do with a pitcher is give him quick innings. But that's what the Marauders are doing right here. Weekend at Bernie's. Reached by error. Matt Bernstein, the catcher. 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning. Foul tip into the glove. Runs the count even at 1-1. Marauders have had an inning where they had something going, but twice have been picked off. Well, I guess picked off once and then thrown out on a slide through the base by Kometz. Here's a foul ball right side. This one's blowing back into play also. The second baseman is there, and wow, the wind is really coming out of the south. 3 up, 3 down for Denton Guyer as we head to the top of the 4th inning. This game is flying along, and rightfully so, as we need to make sure we get it in. We head to the top of the 4th on CSR TV.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Locker Room Sports is a proud sponsor of Marcus High School baseball. Locker Room provides custom uniform, high-end equipment for all your baseball and sporting good needs. Locker Room is located at 1565 West Main Street, Suite 102 in Louisville. You can also visit them on Facebook or on the web at www.lrssportswear.com. First pitch to Luke Cullum is a called strike. As we enter the top of the 4th inning, Cushing still on the mound for the Marauders. Fastball misses just outside, evens the count at 1-1. Cushing's fastball misses, 2 balls and a strike now on the catcher, Luke Cullum. Cushing still struggling to throw strikes. And a 5-pitch walk to Cullum. An un-Jack Cushing-like outing right now. Although still tied, you kind of like, well, he's still tied. It can't be too un-Cushing-like, but normally Jack Cushing much more spot on. Aaron Studdard, who doubled and scored in the 2nd inning, the only run of the game for the Wildcats, is up at the plate. Hit a shot into the gap left center field. They'll throw to first, and back easily is Luke Cullum. Cullum, the catcher, getting a good lead. Don't know if he's got speed or not. Here's the pitch. Down low, misses Cushing. Well, let's check the stats here. Any stolen bases for Cullum? Lucky for me, they don't have stolen bases on the stats. Here's the pitch. That's a curveball that drops in for a strike, and a nice pitch from Jack Cushing. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the Wildcat, shortstop, throw to first. Cullum back in. Cushing definitely wants to let him know that he knows he's over there, having issued the free pass. Gets a foot all the way to the green turf, does Cullum. Cushing from the stretch. Throw to first, back easy. So Cullum can get a foot into the green grass and still get back relatively easy to first as long as he doesn't slip. Gets that foot right there again on the line. They square to bunt. Pulls back to Studdard. Curveball misses up high. 2 balls and a strike on the Geyer Wildcat shortstop. Kinsey goes through the signs down in the third base coach's dugout. The Wildcats are ready to go. We're tied at 1, top of the 4th inning. Cushing delivers. Fastball hit into left field. This one's going to be down for a double over the head of Albright, off the back of the fence. Coming to third is Cullum, and into second with the double, stand-up double, is Aaron Studdard, his second double of the game, and I got to believe you pitch around that guy. 2 runners on and no outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Geyer Wildcats threatening to take the lead once again. Actually, they have not led. They've trailed by 1 and tied it in the top of the 2nd, so threatening to take a lead here. Lucas Anderson, the center fielder, sacrificed last time up. We'll see if they do that again and try to force home a run. Cushing delivers. Fastball flared off into the net for a foul ball. So Cushing ahead in the count now. No balls and a strike on Anderson. Up next, it's the third baseman, Ryan Thomas. Anderson, again, perfect on the season. He's played limited action. Here's the pitch. Down low, Bernstein calls time as that fouled him up. Counts even at 1-1, but he's going to try and get on the same page with Jack Cushing. Last thing you want to do is give a free run on a ball in the turf or a miscommunication from what Bernstein's looking for out of his pitcher. He'll jog back into home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Lucas Anderson. Anderson from the right side. Cushing stares in to get the signal. He's got it to the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball, called strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Jack Cushing right there to get ahead. A ball and 2 strikes. With runners 90 and 180 feet away from scoring, Cushing has got to throw his best pitches right here. Already surrendered 3 hits. Here's a flare into right field. Easily going back. He's got it. Runner tags at third. He'll score easily. And Geyer has taken a 2-1 lead. And a nice piece of hitting by Lucas Anderson to get the RBI sacrifice. And both runners move up 90 feet, one of them scoring. So 2 outs now. Nope, check that. 1 out in the inning. Runner 90 feet away, and coming to the plate, Ryan Thomas. Here's the pitch from Cushing. In the dirt, Bernstein vacuums it up. 1 ball, no strikes on Ryan Thomas. Runner down at third is Aaron Studdard. Check that. Yeah, it is. Should be Studdard. It is. Fastball fouled off at the plate. 1-1. Second offering is a ball. 2 balls and a strike now on Ryan Thomas. Popped out to Michael Wheeler as the infield plays in, so a Texas leaguer could be in order. Cushing misses again. 3-1. 2-1 Denton Guyer lead. Cushing fouls it off. Check that. Thomas fouls off the Cushing offering. Full count. Here's the 3-2. Up high, misses. Second walk issued by Jack Cushing. We're going to have a pinch runner, or we're going to have a conversation as Marcus pitching coach Kevin Williamson heads out to the mound to talk to his senior ace, Jack Cushing. Let's go ahead and pay a bill real quick. A family tradition serving Flower Mound since 1985. We offer rehearsal dinner, birthday, and catering packages. Salerno's, true taste, true Italian. Also visit our sister restaurant, Bistecca, an Italian steakhouse in Highland Village specializing in steak, seafood, and much more. A 4-star adventure. That's Bistecca and Salerno's Italian restaurant in Highland Village and Flower Mound. The last part I wrote myself. First and third runners. Jackson Weatherford will step in. Then we head back to the top of the order. Connor Harridge, the pitcher. Cushing will dig in from the mound. Peers in to get the call from Bernstein. Here's the pitch. Square around a bunt. Bunts down. Gets past Cushing to Ventnor. Ventnor goes to first, and they hold the runner at third. Nice job by Ventnor to look back, which forced the runner at third, Cullum, or check that, stuttered back to third. Advancing down to second is Ryan Thomas. So now 2 outs. Runners at second and third. And Weatherford erased 5-3. The pitcher, Connor Harridge, will step in now and try to help his cause. Base hit could plate 2 Guyer Wildcats. They lead at 2-1, top of the fourth. Down low, Cushing continues to struggle. Unlike any game he has had this year. Misses again down low, and Bernstein's going to check out and see what's going on with the big right-hander. Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital Flower Mound is your community hospital. The hospital is ranked #1 as best place to work by Modern Healthcare in 2013 and voted best place to have a baby in Denton County by Child's Magazine. Texas Health Flower Mound is a fully equipped emergency room with state-of-the-art diagnostic technology and on-site labs. The facility is a full-service facility providing high-tech, cutting-edge care. Texas Health Flower Mound is committed to taking care of the needs of you and your family. To find out more about the facility and to find a physician, go to TexasHealthFlowerMound.com. Another ball from Cushing. And he does have a place to put Harridge. Here comes the 3-0. Fouled off as Coach Kinsey gives him the green light. That's twice now he's given the green light on a 3-0 count. 3 balls and a strike on the left-hander, the pitcher, Connor Harridge. Cushing to the belt. Here's the pitch. One more time, fouled off out of play onto Independence Parkway. And Cushing is battling back here for the Marauders. They trail by a run. A walk comes around to put the Wildcats ahead, 2-1. Cushing takes a long time at the plate, getting the signal from Bernstein. Will reset as Harridge digs back in. Well, she can't really dig in on turf, but gets back in. Pitch. Fouled off again. Do it all over. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Top of the 4th inning, and Denton staked to a 2-1 lead over the Marauder ace, Jack Cushing, and the Marcus Marauders. Here comes the 3-2. Walked him. Bases are loaded. And Willie Conan O'Brien will step in.
Now batting second baseman, number 2, Willie O'Brien.
Bases chucked. Full of Wildcats. Cushing misses up high. Just cannot find the strike zone. Doesn't look like he's got the same velocity that he has had during the season. Here's the pitch. Shot, base hit into left field. 1 run across. They're going to send the second runner. Play at the plate. Bernstein, snap, tag, won't get him. Moving to third and second. Here's the play down to second. Safe. 2 runs across and 2 more runners in scoring position as Willie Conan O'Brien singles in the gap between second and third. Two RBIs, 3 runs so far on the inning, and a 4-1 lead for the Denton Guyer Wildcats. And Brandon Cross will step in and try and do more damage with 2 outs. 2 out base hits are a killer. Cushing up high. And I hate to say it, but I think Jeff Sherman's got to get somebody down warming up in the dugout or in the bullpen. Cushing having trouble finding the strike zone. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as Cross was going for Ponder. No home runs on the season. Here's the pitch. Into center field. Minor, or check that, easily. No, it's Minor. Ranges back and puts out Cross. So 8 batters come to the plate. 3 score, 3 runs on 1 hit. 4-1 is your score. We head to the bottom of the 4th where it'll be Ashton Easley, Patrick Kometz, and Jimmy Glowenke. Marauders have a hill to climb. They're going to have to start now.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
take me out to the ball game.
Well, we're at the ball game, and Ashton Easley flies out to center field on the first pitch from the hand of Connor Harridge. Patrick Kometz will step in. Marauders down by 3. Harridge, the left-hander, with a strike on the outside corner. Kometz, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes on the Marauder first baseman. Marauders now need runs in a big way. You wouldn't have thought that early in the game those setbacks would come back to haunt them, but right now they trail. And Kometz goes down swinging on the first strikeout of the game for Harridge. Shortstop Jimmy Glowinski with 2 outs comes to the plate. Glowinski singled in his only at bat. One and one count on Glowinski as the fastball catches the outside corner. And as Glowinski took a cue from PA announcer Dave House, steps out and slows things down. Here's the pitch. Fastball called strike. Not sure what Glowinski was looking for right there. Maybe off speed, but the fastball was right down the pipe. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, misses. 2-2 the count now on the Marauder shortstop. Base hit in the second, and then he was erased as he got caught off a second base too far. Swing and a miss, and he goes down. That'll end the inning. We're through 4 innings of play, and Denton leads it 4-1. When we come back, James Ferris, Luke Cullum, and Aaron Stoddard. Trouble for the Marauders, as those are the guys that have been getting it done so far in this game. More on CSR when we come back.
Place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for Team Middle Management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
If you're a basketball parent or coach, you need Stacky, the simplest way to keep stats ever created. Our easy-to-use iPad app turns anyone into a professional statistician, and all they have to do is simply follow the ball. Produce full and accurate box scores and play-by-play reports. Send accurate stats out to your fans, media, or recruiters. It's sports statistic collection redefined. Stacky is available right now in the iPad App Store for just $4.99, and there are team fundraising opportunities available as well. On the web at StatGeek.com. StatGeek. Keep your eye on the ball.
Back in Plano, Denton Guyer stayed to a 4-1 lead over the Marauders here as we enter the top of the 5th. Jack Cushing still on the mound. Cushing, this one's hit, gap left side. Nick Miner runs it down into the gap and gets the out on the cleanup hitter, James Ferris. Just missed that one, and Ferris goes down. Luke Cullum will head to the plate for Denton Guyer. First pitch misses inside. Fastball down low. 2 balls, no strikes on Cullum, who walked and scored in the 4th. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Cushing. 2 balls and a strike now on the opposing catcher, Luke Cullum. As it starts to sprinkle here, the umbrellas start to come out. Fastball called strike. Runs the count full, 3-2. Shot. Base hit up the middle. Minor can't get there in time. They'll have to let it bounce and throw it back in. And Cullum rips the single into center field.
Now batting at shortstop, number 14, Aaron Stutter.
Aaron Stutter 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. 1 to the gap in left center and 1 to the base of the wall in left field. And when I say sprinkles, the drops are huge. When you can see them coming by like a bullet, it could get very ugly here momentarily. Cushing from the stretch. Runner at first is Cullum. Pitch called strike on Stutter. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Curveball drops in. Nice pitch. Ball and 2 strikes. Popped up in the infield. Glowinski going to his right. Ranges under it. And finally they retire Aaron Stutter. 2 outs now here. Runner still on first is Cullum.
Now batting center fielder, number 8, Lucas Anderson.
Throw to first. Cullum back in. Down low for a ball to Anderson. Swing and a miss will be even the count at 1-1. Jack Cushing now. 95 pitches so far through 4 2/3. Timeout at the plate. Honored for Lucas Anderson. Hopper to third. Venter comes up, throws on to first, and that'll retire the Wildcats in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Ladies
For
and
Plank,
gentlemen,
Wheeler,
this
and
inning
Minor
is
when we
brought
come
to
back
you by
on
Texas
CSR
Health
TV.
Presbyterian Hospital Flower Mound. Texas Health Flower Mound Presbyterian Hospital has fully equipped emergency rooms with state-of-the-art diagnostic technology and on-site labs.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
We head to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Wildcat Field in Plano. Coming to the plate, it's Bryce Verplank, then Michael Wheeler, and Nick Miner. Verplank flew out deep to center field in his first at bat in the second inning. Curveball spanked down the left field line, foul. Behind in the count, no balls and a strike. The 6'5", 210-pound DH. Headed to Oklahoma State. Shot towards short, deep in the hole. Shortstop comes up, throws a gun to first, and Verplank is rung up. Looked like he had got there, but what a nice dig at first by James Ferris, and what even a better play by Aaron Stutter to retire Verplank.
Now batting second baseman number 22, Michael Wheeler.
Benefit of playing on a turf surface, he was able to bounce the ball. Consensus, he look out. Michael Wheeler. Wheeler squares to bunt. Curveball misses inside. So Wheeler, beneficiary of a walk, was stranded at first base in the second. Marauders have hit the baseball hard, just haven't been rewarded. This misses. Oh, no, it doesn't. Outside corner. Looked like it might have missed the plate, but called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harridge delivers. Misses much wider outside, and this one is called a ball. Only a few umbrellas remain open, as it was just a couple of big drops, but man, had they come down, it would have gotten wet here in a hurry. 3-1 now on Wheeler, the speedy second baseman. Strike 2, and that was in the white of the, I could see that clearly. That was not on the plate. That was literally down the white line of the left-handed batter's box. Wheeler flares this one off, right side out of play. 3-2 count. Hard to believe he called that. That was outside the knee of the catcher who reached for it. Here's the 3-2. And they ring up Wheeler on the strikeout looking. Nick Miner will step in now. Marauders have gone down 8 out of their last 8. Nobody has reached base in the last 2.5 innings, 2 3/4, or 2 2/3. I guess that's close to 3/4. If you went to University of Texas, we always like to round up. Here's the pitch, curveball. Misses inside on Miner. Here's the pitch, up high. They play later. Southlake plays later. Flower Mound, we've been updated, is losing 4-0 to Timber Creek in the 4th. That game at Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie. Miner steps in. He'll bunt. Fouls it off. 2 balls and a strike now on the speedy center fielder, who does have home run power. And as head coach John Kinsey runs a few balls out to the umpire, he does have a little skip in his giddy up. Up 4-1. Shot up the middle. Miner with the hit. Pounds that one through the box. first base runner since a walk to Michael Wheeler in the second. And Alex Albright, who singled in the first, will come back to the plate.
Number 20, Alex Albright.
Marauders need to try and figure out how to dig out at least a run or two here. Up high with the pitch, Wheeler, or check that, Minor slips down at first, but it's able to get back. And for those of you listening, Half Price Burgers coming up here at the stadium. Pitch. Fouled off by Albright at the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Down at first, Nick Minor, who smacked one through the box for a single. To give the Marauders their third hit of the game. Minor takes off, fouled off by Albright. Minor will return. Check that, fourth hit of the game. There were 2 hits in inning number 1. Ball hangs up, and the left fielder is there to make the play. So Albright goes down on a fly out to left field. We head to the top of the 6th. The Marauders trail at 4-1 back on CSR after these messages.
You need a boost in exposure? Want to reach local, community-minded folks with information about your business? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games for more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. It's also a way for your business to give back to the community by helping all these well-deserving student-athletes get some recognition for their accomplishments. The cost simply can't be beat for the effect it will have. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and best of all, it provides an opportunity for the best advertisement of all, word of mouth. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Communicating information connects your business. Transporting information is our business. For over 20 years, Able Communications has helped businesses connect with commerce by providing secure and reliable solutions for their communications needs. Let us help you stay connected. Able Communications, connecting companies, connecting you. Up for the Denton Guyer Wildcats. Check swing, called strike. It's number 6, Ryan Thomas, the third baseman. 4-1. Guyer Lee still on the bump. Jack Cushing. Shot up the middle. 5-hole on Cushing. Glowinski gets there. Throw on to first. Won't be in time. Cushing's got to be happy that ball stayed down low. That comes off of the pitching rubber. He's going to a different octave. What a play by Glowinski. Keep it in the infield and have a chance at first base on the infield hit by Ryan Thomas. Bunt, foul. As Johnny Kinsey continues to try to play small ball, he's of the opinion, in my opinion, that 4-1 is not a safe lead against this potent Marcus attack. Although they have been, for the most part, silenced tonight. It's the best of 3. Throw to first. Back in easily is Ryan Thomas. I say best of 3, as tomorrow it's supposed to rain. If it's not played tomorrow, UIL could turn this into a one-game series. Throw to first. Got him. What a throw by Bernstein.
That could not have been any more right on the bag for Comets to just drop the glove down and erase Ryan Thomas. And that's what Matt Bernstein does. Takes and puts outs on the board from behind the plate, which you do not see very often. Outstanding defensive catcher. Curveball. Misses up high. 2 balls and a strike now on Jackson Weatherford. Weatherford covers the plate up. Strike. Thought the umpire was going to call that strike 3, and then he looked out and saw that there was only 2 on the board. So far, the officials have kept themselves, for the most part, out of this game. There's a flare. Wheeler ranging back. It's carrying into the outfield. Easily will reach up and rather nonchalantly catch that one. After what we saw in the last game of the season on a ball to the outfield and Nick Miner, I'd hate to see guys casually reach up to catch balls, because that one ended up being an extra inning that was ended on a walk-off pass ball. Was not a game that the Marauders had to win, but boy, you certainly don't want to lose them like that. Cushing delivers down low. Back to the top of the order, and the pitcher, Connor Harridge, who, folks, he's thrown only about 50 pitches now through 5 innings, where Jack Cushing is well over 100, 55. So not only is he getting it done, but he's getting it done efficiently. Oh! A nice camera work there by Evan Nemec. That ball almost caught a car. Quick camera work. 1-1. Up the middle. Glowinski to his left. Dives. Got it. Comes up. Throws to first. Got him. Oh, and he looked safe, actually, but we're going to take the out there. What a play by Glowinski. 6-3 to end it. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Marauders have got to get the offense on the board. They got 6 outs to do it. Back in a moment on CSR TV.
By Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's prides itself on being a great community partner with schools and organizations that are within the baseball community.
Get up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Rapid Med Urgent Care Center in Highland Village provides Southern Denton County families with state-of-the-art emergency medical care right in your neighborhood. From checkups to broken bones, school vaccinations, sports physicals, and more. You can count on Rapid Med for all your medical needs. Rapid Med is proud to provide the latest in concussion management through the IMPACT system. In partnership with Texas Health Sports Network, Rapid Med Urgent Care Center is dedicated to providing you with quality care quickly. Visit rapidmed.com. Brendan Venter will step in for the Marauders, who are 6 outs away from losing game 1 of a 3-game series with the Denton Guyer Wildcats here in the bi-district round of the playoffs. Marauders need to start putting base runners on. From Wildcat Field in Plano, Doug Branch along with Evan Nemec. Curveball fouled off at the plate. 0-2 now on Venter. Who has struggled tonight popping the ball up. He's dropping the right shoulder when he swings. The bat's going underneath the baseball. Stays on top. He ought to hit it hard. Here's the pitch. And there it is. Stayed on top and rips it into left field. Venter on with a single. So the senior headed to Stephen F. Austin has got the top of the sixth going for the Marauders. Now it'll be the catcher, Matt Bernstein. Kyle Gracie will come in and pinch run for Venter.
Running at first base for the Marauders, number 15, Kyle Gracie.
Gracie has been used for the majority of the season as a pinch runner, not only for players in the field, but for the pitcher and catcher.
Catcher, number 17,
mainly catcher, as
Matt
typically this team does not bat its pitcher. Weekend at Bernie's, Matt Bernstein steps in from the left or the right side with Gracie over at first. There's a fly ball, first pitch into left field. Underneath it, the left fielder will call it. And I tell you what, we're in that time of day that the lights really haven't taken over. It's a very flat sky, but he's able to catch it. And Bernstein is retired on one pitch.
Now batting right fielder, number 14, Ashton Easley.
One of those situations where when you're getting to the end of a game, you got to make the pitcher throw pitches. Easley takes a first pitch ball. 1 out. Marauders trail 4-1. Geyer has done just about everything right except for an error by the third baseman, Ryan Thomas, that ended up surrendering only 1 run. Then the Marauders were able to run themselves out of an inning. Could have been worse. Wasn't. Pitch from Harridge. Right side, fouled off, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Marauder right fielder. Flew out to the second baseman and flew out to center field tonight. 0 for 2 headed to this at bat. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Up high. Fastball got right by him. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Easley. Down at first, it's Kyle Gracie running for Venter, who singled to left field to open the frame. Marauders down to their last 4 outs in this one. Have to have productive at-bats and put a couple runs on the board. Pitch. Down low, gets away. Gracie takes off, and he's easily into second base. Nice job by Kyle Gracie to get in scoring position. You can do them one at a time, but you don't have a lot of time left. Wild pitch. Harridge will deliver to Easley. Down. He may get to the third. It is. Third baseman will throw on to first. Gracie headed to third. He's going to get there, and he may score here. Gracie coming home. Throw coming to the plate, and he's up. So the Marauders are able to manufacture a run. Lift 2 outs. Error on the catcher. Plates Gracie. Or check that. That would have been the first baseman, wouldn't it?
Now batting first baseman, number 28, Patrick Kometz.
Patrick Kometz will come to the plate. So easily retired 5-3, and then the throw from 3 back to 6, I guess, was high. Pitch misses outside, 2 outs here in the top or the bottom of the 6th. Nobody on. Kometz up in the air and back out of play, coming down behind the netting. One ball, 1 strike on the Marauder first baseman. Swing and a miss. And I'll tell you what, you want to see somebody that covers the plate? Kometz does it. You can't quite see it, I don't think, but he's actually got a toe, and it looks like the toe is over the line. Foul hits this one into right field. Wynn's going to carry it. Second baseman ranging under, and he makes the play. Marauders are going to be down to their last 3 outs, but before that, we head to the top of the 7th. They did get a run, 4-2, They trail the Denton Guyer Wildcats back on CSR after this timeout.
Conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the number one cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Top of the 7th. 4-2 game. Pitch from Cushing up high. As the camera goes into the sky. Now it comes back down. Hello, Evan. It's Willie O'Brien at the plate. Shot to center field. Base hit. Raising Cane's prides itself on being a great community partner with the schools and organizations that are within the communities we serve. The wind has picked up significantly here as we've seen 2 umbrellas blow inside out.
Right fielder number 10, Brandon Ross.
Raising Cane's are proud supporters of Marcus Baseball. Come and see them at their new location in Flower Mound, 3205 Justin Road, right behind Lowe's. The wind has picked up to probably 40, 45 miles an hour out of nowhere. You get a ball up in the air right here, and this thing will end up in Salina. Out of the south, it is flat out blowing. Don't see anything on the radar. Here's the pitch from Cushing. Brandon Cross at the plate. 2 balls and no strikes on the former Marauder. Wind continues to go, and now the stands are starting to clear. Pitch, shot to third. Venter's got it. On to second for 1. Throw on to first. Got him! What a pick by Kometz! And here comes Wheeler down to give him a little high five, but he stops halfway there. What a play. 5, 4, 3 on the putout.
Now batting first baseman number 23.
2 quick outs. As the rain starts to come down. And I mean, it is absolutely pouring. Swing and a miss. Get a shot up of the lights there, Evan. Well, you can see it coming across his screen. I mean, it is coming down. Lock that door, Martin. Because people are going to be coming up here to get in. I mean, this is a monsoon. I don't believe I've ever seen it like this. They're pulling out the tarp. They're going to call it right here. So we're going to be under a rain delay. And I mean, fans, it is absolutely blowing sideways. We'll get the camera out of the rain and let you continue to watch. Goodness gracious. And I don't think they got anything on top of. Nope.
How many innings in the game? One more.
They're straightening out the tarp. Players are. Now they run back off, and I guarantee you they're all going to be stoked. Did not see this one coming. Came out of nowhere. Just kind of blew up right over the top of us. Looks like it's going to pass as quickly as it got here. But I'll tell you what. You want to talk about a bunch of people heading to the concession stand now. That's the only cover here. And players are returning to the field. And that was maybe the shortest rain delay in the history of baseball. All of about a minute and 45 seconds. And I'm being informed that the temperature has dropped considerably. Umpires coming back in from out in left field. And just like that, it's a gorgeous night once again. Let's reset it. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter. And Jack Cushing, I got to tell you, threw 2 pitches that had he not thrown as hard as he does, I'm not actually sure that the batter could see him, frankly. The rain was coming down so hard. But we don't want to be here all night, so they hurry to try and get this in. Cushing gets a couple of pitches from the umpire to re-warm up. I swear that wasn't more than about a minute and 45-second delay. Not even long enough for me to read a commercial, although I was enjoying the rain. Or that is watching everyone run through it. Locker Room Sports, a proud sponsor of Marcus High School baseball. Locker Room provides custom uniform and high-end equipment for all your baseball and sporting good needs. Locker Room is located at 1565 West Main Street, Suite 102 in Louisville. You can also visit them on Facebook or on the web at lrssportswear.com. Locker Room Sports, proud sponsor of Marcus Baseball. Jack Cushing, a little more damp for the day, back out on the bump. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 pitch after the rain delay, and the Marauders have 3 outs to try and get 2 runs across to tie, 3 to win. We head to the bottom of the 7th, 4-2, Denton Guyer.
The 7th inning is brought to you by Locker Room Sports. Locker Room Sports is a proud sponsor of Marcus High School baseball. Locker Room provides custom uniforms and high-end equipment for all your baseball and sporting goods needs. Locker Room is located at 1565.
The latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow at Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Jimmy Glowinky will try and get on base. Marauders have 3 outs to work with. They got a lot of wind blowing to right field. A couple of punch drives could get them right back in this one. They trail 4-2. A great pitching outing so far tonight by Connor Harridge. And the first pitch flared up into right field. Brandon Cross underneath it. And they continue to just let Harridge out by not making him work deep into counts. Glowinky retired.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 25, Bryce Verplank.
Verplank hit a hard ground ball into the gap that Studdard went and got and gunned him out at first base in his last at bat. Here's a ball outside. Wind picks up again out of the south. This time I don't think there's any moisture in it. Harridge with the pitch. Verplank drives it deep down the line. It's hook and foul. We'll have to see. It's plenty to get out. And it's just foul. Boy, he gave that one a ride, and the wind didn't hurt it. He can straighten that one out. It's a 1-run game. Evens a count on a long fly foul ball. You got to like down the lines here at Plano. Raising Cane's is a sponsor, and it's called the FOWL, Foul Pole. Very funny. I guess if you barely hit it, it's a chicken tender. Check swing. Verplank did not go around. They check down to first, and the correct call. Here's the pitch from Harridge. Fouled off straight back. Verplank was on that one also. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4-2, Denton Guyer lead. Game 1 of the bi-district series between these two. It'll be a 3-game series if the weather holds tomorrow. Harridge, left-hander, deals. Verplank, 2 hops to third, deep. Thomas will throw on to first, and he's safe. As he came off the base, Verplank is able to lag that one out, and here goes Coach John Kinsey down to argue it, but clearly he pulled his foot and did not hit him with the tag. He's asking his first baseman. First baseman says, "No, Coach, I didn't touch him," and Kinsey heads back to the dugout. I think you got to give it E5 on the throw. Pulled him off the bag. I don't know. That could have actually gone either way because it didn't look like it pulled him very far. But
Michael Wheeler.
Michael Wheeler comes up. Verplank is going to be run for. No, he will stay on and run for himself. As he reaches on the error, we'll call it an error on the third baseman. Thomas on the throw. Wheeler steps in. Looks to bunt. Verplank back to first. Wheeler struck out looking and walked in the second. Spotless at the defensive end at second base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count on the speedy second baseman. Headed to Central Arkansas. One day he'll take care of all my aches. He'll be a physical therapist. Known the young man since he was 8, 9 years old, I think. So hopefully he'll remember me when I'm old and achy. Wheeler from the right side. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner. Evens the count at 2-2. Marauders down to their last 2 outs. Runner on first is Verplank. Reached on an error. Here's the pitch. Wheeler shot foul to the right side, just behind it a hair. If Wheeler can reach, then it'll be Nick Miner back to the top of the order, and I'd love to see Brendan Venter get a chance to swing here with this win behind him. Wheeler digs in. They're looking outside. Pitch, inside low. Runs the count full. Wheeler with another good at bat for the Marauders. Last time he went to a full count and then got caught looking on a high fastball that could have gone either way. Here's the pitch. He watches that one too. Caught looking one more time is Wheeler. And now 2 outs. Marauders down to their last out in the person of Nick Miner.
Now batting center fielder number 2.
Miner
Miner.
Adjusts the fake dirt. He'll step back in. Miner singled in his last at bat. Up the middle with a hard shot through the box. Needs another one just like that right here. And then bring Alex Albritton to the plate. Pitch. Up the middle. There it is. Base hit. On demand. Base hit from Nick Miner. 2 singles now on the night. That puts 2 base runners on. And Alex Albritton has a chance to extend the game. Albright. What did I say? Albritton? Oh, whatever. Albright. Nobody. Everybody on the radio.
Now batting left fielder number 20, Alex Albright.
Pitch to Albright or Albritton. Hey, if he hits the baseball, he can be Albritton. How's that? Verplank down at second. Reached on an error, and then a drive up the box for Nick Miner. Pitch outside, and I'll tell you what, Harridge is starting to squeeze the ball a little bit harder right here. Taking more time to try and figure out what he needs to do, down 2-0. It did get wet out on the mound a little bit, so he's trying to clear some of the dirt from his cleats, but not throwing at the same pace he was. Here's the 2-0. Fouled off. Alex Albright singled to open the game and scored in the first. 2-1 on the senior left fielder. Junior left fielder. Up high. Well, I took a guess on that one, and apparently I was 1 for 9. Like Survivor, I didn't win. 3 balls and a strike. Load the bases for Brandon Venter. And they do. Ball gets away. It won't make any difference, but Venter gets a chance to come up with a 25-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to left field. This should be exciting. Bases are chucked full of Marauders. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you dream of when you're a kid. And lightning just flashed out into left-right field. A huge flash of lightning within probably easily 10 miles of the ballpark here. Officials have not said anything or halted play.
Now batting, third baseman, number 9.
And the question is, will lightning strike twice? The first one has struck. Will the second one be off the bat of Venter? Here's the pitch from Harridge. Up high. Nowhere to put him. Marauders trail by a run, or 2 runs, 4-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Bases are loaded. Venter at the plate. Here's the pitch. Shot down the line, foul. Just got in front of it. 1-1. No, make that 0-2. Well, then why does it say 0-2 on the board? All right, 1-1. That's what I thought. Here's the pitch to Venter. Towards short. Fielded. Throw on to second. And they got him at second. Ball game. And here comes Jeff Sherman out. And he's beside himself. And the Denton Guyer Wildcats have come up with a surprise. And apparently they have beaten the Marcus Marauders, so they go up 1-0 in the series. We'll be back to wrap it up here from Plano after this timeout on CSR.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShotboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShotboxDFW.com today. ShotboxDFW.com.
Back at Plano Wildcat Stadium in Plano, where the Denton Guyer Wildcats have shocked the Marcus Marauders with a 4-2 victory. And I say shocked lightly. Marcus came in as the number 2 seed. Guyer was the number 3 seed out of District 5-6A. But they come away with a victory on a night that saw rain before we started, a heavy downpour with high winds during the game, and rain, tornadoes, you name it, are all around the area. But lightning was not able to strike tonight as the Marauders lose and have to go in now to a win-or-go-home situation. Game 2 will come up tomorrow. Check the Marauder website on Twitter to get latest information on game time. There is a possibility the game could be played at 1 o'clock, although they're calling for rain all day. So we can only hope that the skies part and baseball is able to be played. But we'll wrap it up from here as the Marauders lose it 4-2. They're down 1-0 in the 3-game series against the Denton Guyer Wildcats. They have to hope for the skies to be clear and a game to happen tomorrow, or this could be the end of the season for the Marauders, which would be a tough way to swallow the 2014-15 ending. For Evan Nimick, Doug Branch from Plano at Wildcat Stadium, we thank you for joining us, and we will hopefully be back on the air tomorrow with Game 2 of this series, and then Game 3 will follow after a Marcus victory. For everyone who has been a part of this one, we thank you for listening, and hope you join us tomorrow for Marcus Marauder Baseball here on CSR TV.